Hej, hej, siemanko, to jest Deiv z kanału Deiv. Witam was w kolejnym odcinku z gry Ceville'a.
Well, I think this graveyard has a certain je ne sais quoi. But as a dungeon, I don't know.
Ogólnie skończyliśmy w tym oto miejscu i co mogę powiedzieć. Lecimy dalej z grą, aktem drugim, w sumie tej grze. No i zobaczmy sobie klub.
There's something on this headstone.
Here lie the remains of Jack Hummingbird, pirate and joker, who really went out with a bang. We tried to find all the pieces.
Tutaj?
There's something on this headstone.
Adania sleeps beneath this stone, and for a change, she sleeps alone.
Spoko, można i tak. To jest jakiś
There's
góry.
something on this headstone.
This gravestone is for both release. My wife and I now have our peace.
Można i tak, no nie? To jest, że jaka żona była.
There's something on this headstone. Here they lie, my poor old bones. But if I could trade, they'd be your own.
Także ten, tutaj.
There's something on this headstone. Here lies John the Gravedigger. As he sow.
Spoko.
There's something on this headstone.
This gravestone is for both release.
At least there's hope. But a couple of
Chcę na osadzie zobaczyć właśnie.
There's something on this headstone. Here lies Jonathan, javelin trainer. His final words, all the javelins over here. A mausoleum. I've heard that the elixir of life is hidden in one of these. A drink that can make you immortal.
Really? We found one of those the last time I ordered some graves to be plundered, but I gave it to my pet crocodile.
It will probably end up living a long time.
All it gave him was a bad case of gas, and neither Snapper nor I were all too happy about that.
Można i tak, no nie?
Here it says, I came, I saw, I dropped dead in my tracks.
Spoko. Chodźmy do demona pogadać.
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Do you know what became of your two friends?
A villain hath no friends. But I do know that that old sea dog wanted to raise some treasure somewhere. I've no idea what happened to the Black Knight.
What are you doing here?
After we decided to be evil again, I applied for a job as boss monster. And I got the job. I'm currently looking for a good place for my new dungeon. We'll use it as a base from which we will spread fear and terror throughout the country.
What do you need a dungeon for?
I'm the boss monster. Boss monsters live in beautiful dungeons where they wait for adventurers to kill. And then I hoard all their magic items, and that attracts even more heroes.
Dobra, coś musiałem ogarnąć.
That's what we call an economic cycle.
Where's the cycle if you hoard all the items?
How about an economic linear progression? Anyway, it's all about supply and demand. I have a large supply, and that creates the demand.
These new economy expressions always confuse me. What are you looking for in a dungeon?
Well, it should be a dark and dangerous place underground, like a cave or something.
What was that about the dungeon again?
Well, it should...
Dobra, tyle to się nic nie dowiem.
You have to get to the election quick.
Not until I found the right place for my... I guess you could say I'll be the dungeon keeper.
Ale nawiązałem do gier, no nie?
What do you do here again?
After we decided to be evil again, I applied and...
Dobra, tutaj wiem, dobra.
Lily, we're going.
Take care.
Spoko. No to sobie podejdźmy do bramy. Ale to idzie. Pokaż mapę. Mamy iść do kopalni. No, to idziemy tu. Jezu. I szczerze, tutaj nigdy nie umiałem ogarnąć tego aktu drugiego. Dalej nigdy nie przeszedłem. Ot taka ciekawostka. A, że grałem to dawno. Oj, to bardzo dawno. No to wiecie. Wejdźmy sobie do kopalni. Ale potrzepało zimnem. Kopalnia, no nie? Ale iść to mogliby szybciej. A to będzie ładne. Ładnie te kryształy świecą. Dobra. Śpiący goblin. Spoko, no. Myślę, że weźmy to. Dobra, mam ogłoszenie pracy. Sekretarką. Tu ktoś lina. Poza sekretarką. To co zrobić? Ekspres do kawy. Gadanie z aparatu. Podejdźmy do biurka. Bilet. O strzałkę. A skoro bym chciał wziąć. Gdzie tu są bilety? Pogadajmy z nią.
Appointment? No, unfortunately we don't have an appointment.
Then don't bother me. I'm reading an article on luxury handbags.
To na pewno musi być bardzo interesujący artykuł o luksusowych torebkach. Jak nie wiem co, to tak jakbym ja czytał artykuł o luksusowych bokserkach. Dobra, to było dziwne. Jeszcze bilety. Tak, i klikaj cały czas. Dobra. No to sobie idziemy z kopalni. Ja pierdzielę. Ja pierdzielę. Ale tutaj jest takie chodzenie tutaj we w to, no nie, po kilka rzeczy. Dobra, weźmy to. Przyda nam się. Dobra, mamy to, co chcieliśmy i idziemy do lasu elfów. Pytanie, gdzie tu jest las elfów, bo to nie jest las elfów. To jest chyba las elfów. Chociaż nie jestem pewien, ale przejdźmy tu. Jezu, jakby te lokacje jeszcze były nazwane. Chwilowo czas nie trzeba mnie sądzić. O, w mordę. Tak, to jest las elfów. A nie, to jest ambasadorka.
Hello, dears.
Why have you changed yourself to this tree?
I changed myself up as an act of protest. I just couldn't stand by anymore and watch this brutal ecological destruction. Wow, that is so cool.
To me, it sounds like a very peculiar and ridiculous idea that could only come from someone with a major screw loose somewhere.
The preservation of our environment for future generations is a very important issue for us elves.
Yeah. What kind
Hey,
of
sorry.
difficult creature are you?
I'm the Elven Council representative. I guess you could call me the top elf.
So, you're an elf, are you? You were always interrupting my reign with your ecological histrionics.
Oh, you're Ceville. I think it's just terrible the things you did during your reign. We elves could have been your government's green conscience.
That kind of answers the question of just why you weren't part of my government right there.
Dobra.
You have to get to the election quick.
I can't. These dwarves are about to brutally cause an ecological catastrophe. As an elf, I can't just stand by and watch it happen. I'm not going until the trees are saved.
Ja pierdzielę.
Excuse me, but who are you again? I'm the Elven Count. I guess you could
Ta-ta-tam.
call-
Dobra.
We have something to take care of. It was a real pleasure having you here.
Ja. To było bardzo przyjemne. Co jest? Dobra. Gadajmy się z krasnoludem.
By Ingram's bearded mother, what do you think you're doing here?
Who are you?
I'm Ivan Morgold, Vice President of Dwarves Inc. Limited.
Ja pierdzielę.
I always thought dwarves were different. I always thought you worked in some kind of mine or other, digging gold.
Oh, please! That was ages ago. Even back then we realized that you could make money digging gold. The real money lay in getting others to do the work for you. Ever since that landmark decision, we've only performed managerial activities coordinated in productive meetings.
Excuse me,
Dobra, tu się nic nie dowiem.
what are you doing?
By Owlus Abacus, I'm trying to work. I'm trying to protect the interests of Dwarves Inc. Limited by cutting down these trees.
You're cutting down the elven forest. How disgraceful.
Maybe disgraceful, but the expected turnover and profits are unbelievable. Ultimately, the whole thing will be decided by the board and the shareholders.
Clear the elven forest. What an insidiously good idea.
Oh, yes. The best matches and toothpicks in all of Ferianis can be produced from the trees here. The profit forecasts are good, so soon there won't be a single tree left here. If only that elf would just get out of the way.
What's with that elf?
This interfering elf is opposing our interests here because of her screwy view of the world. She chained herself to that tree and refuses to get out of the way of our beloved logging machine.
You could still cut the tree down.
Ceville!
Unfortunately, that would create a lot of negative publicity, which we'd really like to avoid.
How could you kill
Ja
the
pierdzielę.
elven forest? It doesn't even belong to you.
By Dumathoin's grubby old shovel, that's not true! We dwarves once lent the elves money so they could hold their tree stalk festival, and in return, they took a mortgage on the forest. Since they're behind on their payments, the forest is ours for the time being.
Can we have a look at this logging thing?
By Minigram's bunions! This thing is the Tree Whacker 3000. It can cut up an entire tree in just 5 seconds and utilize almost 13% of the wood too. This delicate machine is rarely shown to the public. However, there are special tours just for that purpose.
What do you...
By Owlus Abacus, I am trying to protect...
Dobra, tu się nic nie dowiemy.
We have to go.
Yeah, just let me...
Tam mamy jakiś połatany kabel.
Into the logging machine. One part looks a little damaged. There are the last remaining trees of the elven forest. Ceville, we have to save the forest.
Why should we save the forest? Give me one good
Because otherwise, heating costs will increase every winter.
good reason. Those annual heating costs are already bleeding.
Ale jest sobie fakt, to co z tym jest? Co z tym jest?
A giant monstrosity that obviously cuts down the forest.
That's monstrous. We should do something about that.
Dobra. Ale teraz weźmy to.
A demonstration? Unfortunately, there's only room for one person up there, so the other will have to watch from down here. Now, which of you wants to join me at the controls?
Dobra, weźmy to.
I do.
Now, climb on up and I'll explain everything.
Dobra.
Welcome to the Tree Whacker 3000. It connects up an entire tree. A control is stored in the machine around into matches or toothpicks. The wood is then completely processed in. Oh, what happened there? One moment, please. This will only take a minute.
Why should I shoot at that branch? That won't help anything.
Gniazdko nie...
I should load the slingshot first.
Tak, tylko czym?
I'm sorry, but
The slingshot is now loaded.
Dobra. Dobra, teraz wiemy co jak.
a demonstration?
I do.
Now,
I mamy czasówkę, dobra, tu wiemy co i jak.
it can cut up an entire
Użyj. Dobra.
a control. Oh, what?
Oh, the poor bird. Oh well, I'm sure the nest will survive.
Dobra. Udało się. Zejdź.
I'm sorry, but
Ale to jest na serio kombinowania.
Just your
Weź tę smatkę.
You really do.
yes, but
Dobra. I znowu kurczę granie. O, w mordę, ale to jest na serio podupczone.
a demonstration.
I do.
Now, climb on up and I'll explain. Welcome to the Tree Whacker 3000. It can cut up an entire tree.
I z matką zatkać rurę wydechową, tak?
Control at the rear. Oh,
Weź tę smatkę.
This is going to be fun.
Dobra.
I'm sorry, but unfortunately we.
Dobra, i jeszcze jedną demokrację.
A demonstration?
Dobra.
I do.
Now,
I mamy filmik. Fajnie.
I say, the machine's never done that before. By Owler's beard, that looks like a major defect. I'm afraid I can't do anything here. It would probably be best if I were to go back to the company and try to break it to the boss gently.
Ty, no przeszedł przez nią. What the fuck?
Wonderful. That's him off our backs.
Seville, I'm so proud of you. You saved the forest.
Did I? Yes, I guess I did. Oh well, you can't have everything.
Dobra. No, weź jedną szmatkę. Dobra. Weźmy młotek, tak przy okazji. Jeszcze pogadajmy z Tom. Jasny gwint.
Hello, dears. Is
Dobra.
there any way we could talk you into coming to the election? No, I've made up my mind. I can't leave until those brutal tree-killing machines have gone.
No to się chuja dowiedzieliśmy.
I would find that really, really great because, as an elf, unfortunately, I chain my... Where's the key to these chains? I threw the key into that dense shrubbery over there earlier, so that no one could take...
How wonderful. Now we have to play fine. I suggest we just leave her here to rot.
Seville, how can you even think of such... She only chained herself up here. Besides, we need her for the election.
Curse this democracy.
Dobra.
Well,
Ja ogólnie z tym miejscu już skończyłem. Pamiętajcie o subskrybowaniu kanału, lajkowaniu, polecaniu kanału, znajomym. Wpadajcie na inne materiały na kanale i widzimy się w kolejnych materiałach. Trzymajcie się, cześć i na razie. A ja robię sobie w tym miejscu ogólnie. Elo.